はい、ということでこんばんは。ひまわりです。やってみましょうか。コロボクトルフ。でもお久しぶりです。胃腸炎になっておりました。先日の、今週の火曜かなぐらいからか胃腸炎になっちゃいまして、休みを取ってましたね。ぼちぼち体調も復活しましたんで、ちょっと迷ってました。ゲームやるか。だからやっぱ完全じゃないんだよね。続きからだね。ホーキンスでピアースはリバーサイド病院の地下室にある収容所で目を覚ました。そこで彼はブラッドリーの友人であるコールデン医師と出会い脱出を援助してもらう。フラー医師が支配するこの施設をさまよっているとピアースはフランシス・サンダースという男と話すことができた。探偵の目前で死ぬ直前に彼はサラ・ホーキンズが苦しみの根源として名の知った。かくしてピアースはブラッドリーとゴールデンと共にようやく呪われた施設を抜け出した。不運な仲間たちはホーキンズを隠れ家にすることにする。続きからっすね。前回の。なんとなく思い出してきたわ。俺も徐々に思い出しながらやるわ。
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
そっか、これでアイテム変えられるのか。
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
どうすればいいんだ？ありがとう。助けてくれたんだよな、だけど。話しかけられない。
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I
ブラッドリー死ん
can't
だと思
explain.
ってるしね。
Tell us. What happened?
サラ・ホーキンスは彼と狙われていた。選べないんだね。ブラッドリー。奴らのせいでひどい
I
目に遭
have
った。
flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed
ブラッドリーもなんで生きてんだろう
demented.
な。
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
彼とプロじゃないとダメなんだ。あ、ゴールデンに。
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth,
人
Ethan.
増えてくると分かん
And
なく
I'll
なってく
prove
るよ
it to
な。
you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
フラー先生がリバーサイド病院を設立したんですか？サラ・ホーキンスが軟禁されていました。こっち聞いて
Given
み
the
ようか。
energy he pours into Riverside,
リ
I
バーサイド
presume
病院に
it
か
was
ける情
Fuller's
熱を考えて
creation.
フラー先生が創
His
設したと
father's,
考
to
え
be
られる。
correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some
フラ
crazed
ー先生は
emperor.
狂った皇帝
He
の
wouldn't
人
be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
I found a file bearing
さホ
Sarah
ーキンスの
Hawkins'
名前
name
が
in
書
the
かれたカルテを
Institute's
病院の
basement.
地下室で見つけた
It
んで
makes
す。
sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a
精
psychiatric
神的治療
internment.
が必要だったって
From
言って
what
た
I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
実験代表で
Francis
使われてい
Sanders
た。
and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
へえ。あなたは死んだはずよ。チャールズが生きてるのを見たはずです。
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that
これさ、
Charles
聞いちゃい
Hawkins
けないのとかあん
survived
の
the
か
fire.
な？聞いたら逆になんかアウトみたいなのがあ
Mr.
んのかな？
Hawkins was buried.
まあありそうだけど、ね、
That's what he
なんか全部聞いても良さそうな
would have
気がしよう。なん
I
かつい
have a
ついさ
hard
選
time
択肢ないの
believing
聞いちゃうよな。
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
記憶を失っているようですね。これを見つけたんです。心理学をテストする。ああ、やってみたいね。やってみるか、ちょっと。心理学。
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
あ、ダメそう、なんか。これを見つけたんです。記憶を失っているようですね。
I found a Dark Water
ダー
PD
クウォーター
badge.
警察のバッジを見つけたんです
Lost a。
最近いなくなった警察官はいますか？
What the?
Bradley,
Ethan?
I'm alright. I just had a... It's gone.
you're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
これは聞けない。これ聞いた。これ聞いた。記憶を失っているようです
What do
ね。
you
何か
remember?
覚えていますか？
I don't understand your question.
The night we went
ホー
into
キ
the
ンスの屋敷に
Hawkins
行った夜、あな
mansion,
たはトンネルのところ
you
へ
don't
来た
seem
こと
to
を覚えてい
remember
ない
the
ようです。
tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor then,
Then what?
The rest is quite
どう帰っ
blurry.
たか覚えてないって。
I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
は？今、先生浮いて
I
なかっ
met
た。
Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me
最後に
how
会った人
Mr.
か。
Sanders died.
彼は空鬼と呼んでたね。
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
それで出会ったはず。
If you plan on having
サ
dinner
ンダ
at
ー
the
ス家に
Sanders
仕事を取る予
household,
定なら奥さんに
please
亡くなっ
spare
た
the
ご主
widow
人に
the
何か起き
tale
たの
of
か
her
話すのは
late
やめてくだ
husband's
さい。
suffering.
は
I don't agree. She deserves the
彼
truth.
女は真実を知
But
る
that
必要
truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
慎重に行きましょう。本当のことを言うべきで慎重に行きましょう。
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
命
Very
令を
well.
左右します。
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
I do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
あらそう。一番怪しいけど、うわー、お酒ある。いや、飲まんとこうぜ、お酒は。お酒の幻覚の場合もありそうだからな。ありそう、R 中になって。何もないか。何もない、逆になんか。赤十字社の本とかない、医療の医学もない。赤十字社、特定すぎんだよな。なさそうだな。サンダーさんの妻に話を聞きに行く。行きますか。サンダースでピアス・コールデン・ブラッドリーの3人組はサラ・ホーキンスが事件を解決することにした。彼は新たな何これ、金筋を掴んでいる。道筋じゃないのかね。美術品を収集、わかんない俺。読み方がな。画家の友人であるピアスの目の前で死んだフランシス・サンダースです。この不幸な男が直前に口にした空鬼について妻に聞くため探偵が家に向かう。なるほどね。最近寒いっすね、本当に。本当に寒い今日。ああ、寒いの嫌い。
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private
すげえ
detective.
な。
We must talk
覚
about
悟
her
がいいか。俺はで
ties
き
to
る。
Sarah
っていう人に
Hawkins.
似てるな。
Can I come in?
You may.
似てなかったごめん。いや、似てるか。髪
However,
型だけか
before。we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, look who's here.
久々に会ったの。
You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
本当に骨董品とかが好きなのかね。
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings.
サラ・ホーキンスに取り憑かれてたのかね。
Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack?
何があったんですか？難しいな。あなたは責任。まあとりあえず。
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to
あ
help
なた
him?
は彼を助けることはできなかったんですか？彼はあそこに送ったのは私ではありません。フラーが本当の元凶なんですよ。話術をテスト。彼をあそこに送ったのは私ではありません。いや、言ってみっか。
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you.
皮肉っぽく感じたな、
I'm
これ。
tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
キャットはここで何を？サラ・ホーキンスはどうやって知ったんですか？彼はあなたは空鬼の話をしていましたか？まあ、とりあえずサラ・ホ
How
ー
did
キン
you
ス
come to meet Sarah Hawkins?
We were the wealthiest and most influential families on Darkwater. Of course we would know each other. And when Charles returned from Europe with his sweet little artist, she and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye. He bought many of her works over the last 5 years. They adorn his macabre gallery.
キャットはここで
May I
何を？
ask you what Miss Baker is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
ビジネス。
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I am no fool. Please believe that much at least.
てか、あと最後これ
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
シャンバラ。
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
すいませんね、なんか。すいません。まあ、助けられなかったっていうのもあって、申し訳ないわ、なんか。目の前でね、しかも全然会えなかったっていう。
Did she really care for him after all?
結局のところ彼のことを心配していたのだろうか。もう心配してる感じだけどな。
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
シ 再現。
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were
親
close.
しい関係だ。
Friends, even?
ピアノ
A house of artists. A house of artists.
芸術家の家。
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the
サンダ
shambler.
ースの原語だ。
Finally.
その隣にやっとだ。
What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
おー
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent
あ
doom?
まりよく自分の死に気づいていたんだろうか。
He didn't want Sanders to have
彼
the
女はサ
painting.
ンダースにこの絵を持ってい
She
ってほし
must
く
have
なかっ
felt
た。
devastated.
なんかどっちも悲しんでるように見えるけどね。
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
サラ・ホーキンスに嫉妬している。まあね、女性ならね、やっぱさすがにね、奥さんだしね。あ、
The Shambler. I need to see it.
空を見る必要があるな。医学日課本、やった。医学進歩。感謝。ピアノが弾ける。俺楽器弾けんのよな。開いてないね。
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
フランシス・サンダースのシリンダー。音声みたいなのがあるんだね。あっちはなんだ。わからん。階が、こっちっぽいね。開いてるドアっぽい。ああの前に、
A strange Amerindian pendant.
奇妙なアメリカ先住民のペンダント。古いお守り、アメリカインディアンのものだ。目的は何だろう。オカルト進歩。ナイス。クジラと、なんだこれ。雪に魚って。マスとかかな。ホッケ？ちょっと待ってね。でもない。
I could use one of those.
睡眠薬か。睡眠薬を手に入れた。
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for
どうかを
nothing.
してください。私の友情があなたにとって意味あるものならばご了承ください。あなたの腹熱を招くわけにはいきません。友よ、どうか空鬼のことをお忘れください。
An old diary.
僕囚人の日記。これさ、意外にもう、あれなんだね。意外に結構クリアしてきてんの。おー、ちょっと待って、マジか。何がいいだろうね。話術もやってみたいよな。今さっきの感じ。目星。目星や。オッケー。ちょっと待ってね。連絡来ちゃった。 よし、オッケー。で、調査と目星を1個あげたんだね。1段階ずつ。オッケー。解剖学。医学やっぱり。これはなんだ？筋力。鍵。サンダーズ家老の鍵。本読むべきか。読むわ。現実を超えて怪物親密正体不明の生物の百科事典的なものだ。実在するような気がしてきた。ああ、産地が。何見てんだよ。いいだろ見ても別に。で、何？
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
何をしに来たの？話術。試してみるか。あ、だけど問題を起こしにここに来たわけじゃないんだ。
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
サンダースさんはあなたの名前の本当の名前を知ってるようだね。
There's more than that, Miss Baker.
So people have been talking behind my back. I was almost beginning to like you, Mr. Pierce. But it stays cat for you.
You knew the Sanders?
Irene is a friend of mine.
あんまり聞かんとこ。
All's fair in love and war, I suppose?
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
何見んの？
Go take a hike, Detective.
すみません。じゃあ奥行きますわ。うわぁ。すげえな。めっちゃ金持ちだったんだな。なんで？なんで？あらららら。産地が低そうなものばっか持ってますね。
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian
コロン
times.
ブス前のものだろう。こういう骨董品とかを見るとさ、やっぱり思い出すのがアンチャーテッド。実況やってるんで、もしよかったら見てみてください。あれか。あの絵っぽいな。
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
片側半分の屋敷をほとんど改装したんだ。あ、あれオイルランプだ。やったわ。追いかけられるのかもしかして。こっちはなんだ？
The public entrance to the
ギャ
gallery.
ラリーに続く一般の、入り口か。お店としてもなんか開いて、うわ、なんだこれ。使徒みてえなんか。エヴァっぽいよな、今。おう、誰ですか？はじめまして。って何それ？
Why was he so interested in old
彼は
weapons?
こんなにも古い武器になんで興味があったんだ？なんだろうね。男の子だから。え？カメムシ。気持ち悪い。オランプ普通にめっちゃ補充できたわ。 いしょ。空鬼。空鬼なんかよく聞くよね。COC のシナリオとかで。なんか実は面白かったクトゥルフTRPG とかで空鬼だった気がするの出てきた。肌質やばいな。そういうことか。
What the hell was that?
Oh. やべ、クローゼットどこだっけ。
I can't even touch it.
触ることさえできない。目が見えてるのかな。やば。嘘でしょ。どうすりゃいいんだろう、じゃあ。
What the hell was that?
バレてんだけど。あ、ダメだわ。電気つけない方が良さそうだ。空鬼を観察する。
What the hell was that?
今目の前にいたよな。
What the hell was that?
え あ、わかった。なんで武器こんなにあんのかと思った。そういうことか。
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
これどうやってやるの？なんとなく分かったけど。いいか。なんか別に隠れなくても良さそうだな。
Damn. Did it hear that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
ただ、空耳自体がそんなに速くないから。まあだけど合ってたな。そういう感じだな、多分。オッケーオッケー。倒せないことが分かったならば、本体をやるしかないということですね。
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
あ、そういう感じ。
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
これもダメなのか。あいつ意外に足遅いから助かる。こいつはダメかな。やべ、そっちか。ああ、びっくりした。マジかよ。どれだ
？What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
やーもうめんどくせえ。これも良さそうだけど。
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
Cthulhu ないでしょう。次これかもしれない。わけわかんねえ。どうなんだよ。試してください。まあ一個一個試していくしかないよな。
This dagger looks different.
この探検は違うように見える。違うように見えるって言ってた。あ、いけたわ。これ違わないように見えるんだ。よかった。うわ。
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
ああ。襲われたんだ。ある怪物に。いや、飲みすぎただけだ。いや、飲みすぎた。
It's nothing. I think I just drank too much.
That goes without saying. If you can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, then you're in real trouble.
何も聞こえなかったのか。俺の腕はどういう状況を見ただろう。何も聞こ
I
えなかった。
ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
この情報タダでくれるっていうのか。
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
空には単なるサラ・ホーキンスの絵画ではなかった。巨大な生物が飛び出しピアーズを襲ったのである。激闘の後、探偵はかろうじて絵画に追い返した。後に生物を撃退した担当が、七種の処方の天使であるアルジャーノン・ドレイクという男からサンダースに売却されたものであると知る。ピアスは職を訪ねることにしてみた。あら。書店を調査する。
Where's the bookseller? An old diary.
牧師が預言者を名乗った。死なる神を捨て。あ、なんかまあ日記なんやな。コレクション要素かな。なんだ
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
へえ。医学なんだしかも。ダークウォーター歴史第2巻。オイルまたあれだね。補充できる場所があるね。補充できる場所はこっちの方が明るいからいいよね。まあ、4巻目。チェス？これチェスできねえんだよな。ああいうボードゲームができん、ああいう、なんていうの？オセロだったり。オセロはできるわ。ごめん、嘘ついた。医学本。医学だいぶ進歩したな。あ、だけど医学これでも28とかか。まだまだだな。
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
なんて言うんだ？なんて言うんだ？オカルトなんだしか。いや、すごいどんどん強化されていく主人公が。もう読むべきか。いや、読むよ。
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
これあれじゃん、空鬼じゃん。いや、オカルトが上がっていく。おお、またこれで医学だね。おお、いいね、いいね。オカルトめっちゃ上がるやん。
What happened here?
ここで一体何が起きたんだ？
Let's start over.
最初からやり直そう。
Where did they break in from?
彼はどこから侵入したんだ？まあ、ここだろう。
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
素人仕事のようだ。バカなやつめ、怪我をしやがって。その後、
Someone tall left
誰
this
かの
footprint.
超
A man, probably.
人間がこの足跡を怪我をしてる。あ、
This burglar seems
こ
to
の
be
強盗は不器用な
rather
人間のよう
clumsy.
だ。え、
What sort of
どんな
thief
のが動
leaves
か
his
事件現場に
tools
自
at
分
the
の道具を
crime
置いていく
scene?
んだという。
What killed all these
生き物
animals?
を殺したのは何だ？何の生き物これ？
What happened that made the
Whoa,
burglar
whoa, whoa.
flee before finishing his work?
仕事が終わる前に出ていくなんてどういうことだ？おお。
What the? Charles Hawkins?
チャールズ・ホーキンス？
Looks like the symbol rejected
ピアス
Hawkins.
マークはホーキンス。
Where did I see it?
見たのどこだ？
What sort of power did Sarah
ホーキン
Hawkins'
スにどの
painting
力を持ってい
possess?
るのだ？ああ。
Sarah Hawkins helped hide
何かの
something in this
金
safe.
庫に隠す手伝いをしたんだ。あ、急に相馬みたいになったの？オブザーバーみたいに。ちょいけないわ。
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
すべてがサラ・ホーキンスの事件につながっている。あ、
Drake left instructions on how to
Drake
find the combination of his safe.
彼の金庫台見つけたを残している。これを読んでるまで私はどのせ、かのぶ、かの文豪どういうことだ？以下は重大事故で、これを読んでる者がいて私貴重な書物にするが、金庫の中の鍵番号の手がかり3本のシリンダーにある。それぞれギリシャの世界で生命と学びが交わる場所に隠されている。生命と学び？
A strange amulet.
奇妙なお守りだ。
I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
死んだ？だから何なのこれ？あ、G これ。G っぽいね。気持ち悪い。ああ、そういう感じか。パールとかもあるやん。ああ、解剖学。あざっす。
Is everyone on this island
こちら
taking
の住民は
sleeping
みんな
pills?
睡眠薬を飲んでるのか。かもね。
What link did he find between Charles
ホーキンスのブルー
Hawkins
を
and
も
an
どんな
old
存在を見つけたん
amulet?
だろうか。強盗はあれか。あ、えで これか。君の中で、霊と核を交わる場所ある。混沌想像とシリンダーには数字が振られている。私は整理された混沌をコムにしても最後に勝つのは通りであると認めざる。どういうことだ？生命と学びの交わる場所？このゲーム別にだけどあれなんだよな。中止できるってわけじゃないんだよね。生命。うわー、待て、なんだこれ。
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Arkham。わ、すごいね、これ。
Another volume by Arkham editions.
これは産地が減りそうな本ばっか持ってんな。
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
出版聞いたことがない。だろうな。聞いてたらもうすでにお前は産地は低いわ、それは。
Things are not looking good.
うまくはいってないようだ。
A kind of
聖
chalice.
杯の一種だ。この棚の間とかじゃないの？そういうわけじゃなく。は？
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
シリンダー3に。調べるところが増えてんだな。アイテム、それで
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions.
あ、間違えた。
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
すごいね。
Another volume by Arkham editions.
アーカムしかねえよ。
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
あれなんか年が書いてあるの1個なかったっけど。
Another volume by Arkham editions.
何年ってやつ。
Arkham editions. How many volumes are there in this collection?
鍵の番号の手がかりは3本のシリンダーにある。蓄音機で聞くためのシリンダー。蓄音機？蓄音機ってどっかになかったっけ？あったあった。
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
9個。杯？
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Sakazuki.
The Queen has little protection.
Huh?
The Queen has little protection.
クイーンの周りは少数しかいないようだ。本当だ。
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Hmm? コブレット、杯。何がヒントになってるんだろう。もう一回。これ4、9とかじゃん、ケツは。杯。4、9、違うのか。今回がっつりあれだね。クトゥルフっぽいことしてんな。それに赤い水滴はまるで尊い品に実としている見事な金で固定されている。沢田のスペースになってもその魅力は見守ると駆除する。私はその対象を払ってもいいと思っている。
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to, dear friend. I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
まあ、9になってるな。9巻ってどっかにあるの？
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this collection?
お ?9 巻がね。はどこ行ったどっかにあんのか
Drake talked about a particular volume.
奥にあんのかもしかして。いや、そういう感じじゃねえな。9で合ってると思うんだよね。で、杯の守護者っていうのが何なんだろうと思って。一回見回ったけど、何にもなかったもんね。杯の守護者杯の守護者くん君。そういうことじゃなく。
The chalice of knowledge.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my
アザ
research.
トースとホラー。だけどアザトースとホラーって見たよな、どっかで。
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
アザトースとホラー。
What did Drake say about this collection?
ソロモンの
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. バート・ダービーによるし、悪夢の死として知られ、1908年に出版された。センセーションを巻き起こしたダービーは若干18歳である。この間は赤文書の一部である。あ、だからだから9なんじゃねえの。そういうことじゃなく。 So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
あ、そういうこと、ドレイクが言ってること。ドレイクが言ったのこの間のことか。
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
予言書。予言が6。
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
まあ、ブラバスキーの話な。
What did Drake say about this collection?
もうゼロ、これがわかんないから。 一番上の5は何だったんだろうな。やっちまった。案外できるもんだな。まあ3回だとな。できるんだな。ちょっと眠くなってきちゃったな。このPV 見たら、PV っていうかムービー見たら寝ようかな。眠くなってきちゃって。でもなんだかんだ言ってまだ本調子じゃねえんだよな。おお。七種の消防で泥棒の痕跡をたどったピアーズは事件の陰にチャールズ・ホーキンスがいることを突き止めた。本屋の金庫を開けたピアーズはアルジャーノン・ドレイクとサラ・ホーキンスが隠したものを目の当たりにした。目の当たりにしたか。金庫の中には人の皮膚で包まれた書が横たわっていった。探偵の血が騒ぐ。本を開くと彼の精神が別の体に映し出された。そしてまたリバーサイド病院に帰ってきちゃったんだけど。
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
患者さんについて。患者を見る。
Very well. I'll examine him.
死にかけた患者を見る。ピアーズなの？あ、ピアーズじゃない。
Severe malnutrition.
栄養失調。
Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
辛いね。
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail.
効果がない。
And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier,
he seemed to feel better?
Yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
もう体がなんかに変化してる
I
しかねえ
almost
よ
don't
な。
believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those
人
usually
間では何か
associated
ではない
with the
何か
human
に変化し
species.
つつあるよな。
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can count.
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was dying.
I don't know what to think for now. What I'm sure of is that Fuller is hiding something from us. And I need to know what that is before I take a chance exposing him.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
うわ、始まったんだけどなんか。 ということで、終わろうかな。終わるって言いながら、あるね。いろいろ調べることができるけど、まさか、ピアーズじゃないんだね。はい。ということで、まあもうちょい続くのかな、話的にも。面白いですね、やっぱり。徐々にだいぶ主人公が踏み入ってきてますけど、まあエンディングがどうやって左右されていくのか楽しみですね。ということで、明日も多分夜はゴールオブクトゥルフやると思いますので、もしよかったらよろしくお願いします。ということで、ここまでのご視聴誠にありがとうございました。またのお越しお待ちしております。お疲れ様でした。